Oh wow. Good morning, everybody. I didn't realize what I did. So oops, my bad. There you go. Oh, how you guys doing? Good morning, guys. Welcome. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm looking for one thing, guys. 1 second. Mm, oops. I'm out here breaking stuff, guys. This is what a morning. As always, guys, thank you so much for coming through. Really do appreciate it. Funny enough, apparently, I messed this up. So let's see if we can fix her on. Let's see here and preview. Boom. Okay, everybody, you're gonna see me in a couple of seconds here. I just wanted to go ahead and make sure I got it what I need fixed. So there you go. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Miss Finch Show. I am your host, Miss Finch. Thank you so much. Hit that like button for us. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. Let me clear this puppy here. Make sure I fix this camera. Hi, guys. I'm back. Feeling better than ever. There you go. Make sure we're good. Guys, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a beanie, it is cold in Florida. And if you're Floridian like me, you know exactly what I mean. It's too much. This is too much. I can't be doing those 60 degrees. People don't get it, man. People don't get it. They don't. But it's okay. No big deal. We're here and we're live. Okay? So thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I really do appreciate it. Go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is going on? Wow, DK Metcalf destroyed my fantasy last night. Well, that's a bummer for you, sir. And actually, guys, this is week 13. This is the last week before our Miss Fans Fantasy Playoffs. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, playoffs are starting next week. Good luck to all those who qualify. I don't even know. I think I'm right on the edge. I don't even know. This is terrifying. Because I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Like, am I in it? Am I not in it? I mean, I can check, obviously. Last time I checked, I was in it, but then you already know. It's rough out here when it comes to fantasy. So shout out to anybody who's still alive in fantasy. Because it's not easy. But thank you guys. Thank you for rocking and rolling with me as always. Let's see who we got here. Bob Young, welcome. Good morning. Timmy C, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. Mr. Lane, welcome. Good morning. Yep. Aquavision, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are always the best. As always, appreciate you. Hooked Up Joe, welcome. Good morning. As you can see, I'm back in my domain. So let's get it started, guys. As you guys already know, this is the game preview where we preview every single game coming up. This week, we have week 13. The Miami Dolphins will be traveling to the Washington Redskins Commanders because they changed their name and we must oblige. Or at least that's what I was told, so I'm obliging. The Washington Commanders, they are our opponents this week, guys, and we play them this Sunday at 1 p.m. So very excited to see what we got going on here. Shout out to all the members of the family. Thank you so much, guys, for being the members of the family. What else can I say? Also, too, if you're doing a little holiday shopping, guys, there still are some great deals that you can take care of, especially if you're looking for like an Xbox. Trust me, check the Walmart app website. That's all I gotta say. Really good deals today, and it might be today only. So after this, I literally will be driving to my Walmart to pick up my Xbox. There you go. What's up, Canes? Welcome, Greg Neal. Welcome, Steve. Welcome, Jeremiah. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming up. Have you ever started your fantasy QB against your own fantasy defense? Oh, I might have by mistake. Not gonna lie, I might have. What's up, Cosmic Raccoon? Welcome, sir. Shekel, welcome. Aloha, aloha. So yeah, so let's get into this, guys. Appreciate y'all, and so you guys have a little bit of show and tell because I know you guys are visual like I am. What's up, BM Mac D? How you doing, sirs? Welcome. Let me share this in, guys. Fingers crossed. Let's cross our fingers that today it works just fine. Let's share this. Okay, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing this. But what we're not going to do is have me tiny. That's ridiculous. I worked too hard not to be in this. So, yeah. What up, Miami? Welcome. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your game preview. So you guys know, ooh, what does Miss Phins get? Guys, we all get this information literally from the same places. Like literally. I just really like ESPN because it's like kind of clean looking, easy to see, easy on the eyes. Well, there you go. uh, let's get her. I didn't realize how high I was. I was riding that pony like I was really high, but I came down to our level so we can lock eyes together. Oh. Clearly, I'm feeling much better because I'm back. Oh, we're back, baby. We're back. Oh, good morning, Cruz. Welcome. Good morning, Miss Phins. And people in the chat, Miss Phins. If you live in Florida, why are you wearing a scully? Because it's cold. I literally, y'all didn't hear me when I said this earlier. It is cold. Yes, people. I am a Floridian, and right now it says 62 degrees. This is freezing for me. You lucky I don't have like my um giant jacket. Just saying. Oh, it went up to 74. It's still cold. It's actually really cold in my office. I don't care. Just let me live. Let me live, okay? I'm living. I'm living. I'd be sweating at 62. Sweating? Okay. It's 31 here in PA. Listen, I'm in sunny South Florida. Anything below 75, nah, so do I. 72 and under is freezing, okay? There you go. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, 74? So, yeah. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Miami Dolphins who are 8-3. Let's let's get into this, guys, into our game preview. We've got your Miami Dolphins at 8-3, 3-3 away. The Washington Commanders are at 4-8, 1-4 at home, ladies and gentlemen. This game will be on Fox, so not CBS like we're accustomed to, guys. It's gonna be on Fox at 1 p.m. Okay, so just think of that. Now, this will be our very first December game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie. I got some in my throat. Like, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't need to lie. I am nervous. You enjoy that terrible humidity in Florida? Humidity, dude. That's like breathing. It's natural. You just can't get away from it, so you kind of deal with it. It is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, apparently I don't know what these odds. There it is. The Dolphins. I guess they're favored by 9.5 points. Over under is 49.5. There you go. Our matchup predictor, ladies and gentlemen, 80.4. The Dolphins are slotted to win this game. 19.5. Whew, talk about like under 72 is earmuff weather. Thank you. Telling her that, Joe. This is I'm hating. Let me hate it. It's okay, Cruz. You're probably freezing. That's hilarious. Fantasy football is terrible for me this season, but at least I have Dolphins. Yes, you do. Listen, I'm telling you, we tried. Don't worry. Next year, I promise you, we'll be better. You'll see. Beautiful Benny, Miss Fans. Sure sign for Dolphins win on Sunday. I'll take it. I know it beats shoveling snow. Thank you. I'm not that I've ever seen snow, guys. I want to see snow. I've never seen it. I want to, but I've never seen it. So let's get her done, guys. We got Tua Tagovailoa so far for the season at 263 yards, 300 and out of 300, 263 completions out of 377 attempts. You got 3,177 yards so far from him, 22 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Sam Howell, 323 uh, completions out of 486, 3,339 yards so far this season, 18 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Sam Howell is the number one quarterback in the league when it comes to yards thrown. Tua Tagovailoa is fourth right now. We've got in rushing, Raheem Mostert is 151 carries for 785 yards and 13 touchdowns. He is the number one rusher in the league in both yardage and touchdowns. Well, wait, the yardage might have changed. I think one other person got the yardage now. But touchdowns for sure, he's number one. He was number one in yardage, but it might have changed. Well, after yesterday's game, probably changed a little. Then you got Robinson Jr., 153 carries, 611 yards, 5 touchdowns for Washington. We got Tyreek Hill with 88 receptions. Beautiful number. 1,224 yards, 10 touchdowns. He is the number one receiver in the league, ladies and gentlemen. In case you didn't know, we got him. He's ours. And real quick, I'm trying to do 2,000 yards, right? 2,000 yards. That means he needs 676 more yards to get to 2,000 yards. But wait, there's more. So you got week 13, right? Week 13, 14, 15, 16. So he's got 4 more weeks, guys. So take the 676 divided by 4 more weeks because it would include this one. He will need to average in the next 4 weeks, including this week. So I guess this week and 3 more weeks. He would have to average 169 yards a game to break the 2,000 yard record in time, which would be 16 games. If he does it in 17 games, asterisk, because he ain't do it at the same time as Calvin Johnson, and Calvin Johnson would be, well, he got 1,067 yards, if I'm not mistaken. That's the current record right now for yardage. So, yeah, he needs to step up his game. I think this game, he's going to go off. I'm thinking like at least 150. Like, they have to push. You know what I mean? But we want the W. We gotta get the W. That's the more important part. And then they got Scary Terry, 60 receptions with 694 yards, 2 touchdowns so far this season. Wow, tickets as low as $52. Well, that's not bad, man. Let's go over the injury report, ladies and gentlemen, like we always do. You know, we always do. We get down. I go. Oh my God. 'Cause you guys already know we always do our injury report. So let's get her done. The Miami Dolphins right now have Raheem Mostert, Devon Chan, Tyreek Hill, Lester Cotton, Darren Smythe, all questionable. And if you want to get to the full, we've got about 12 more players questionable, and Tua with his laceration to his arm, full participation this week. um, the Commanders, they got Tyler Larson, their center, James Smith, the DN. Oh, defensive edge, questionable. Emmanuel Forbes, great last name. And Alex Arma, all of them are questionable. Questionable. Now let's go over some team stats, guys, that I love to go ahead and kind of give you guys, so you guys can see the little picture that I get to see every week. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So you got both teams so far, right? You've got um, the Dolphins' last 5 games. You got the Commanders' last 5 games, right? The Commanders' last 5 games, they are 1-4, ladies and gentlemen. They lost to Philly. They beat New England 2017, but let's be real, they should have never lost to New England. I mean, they should have lost to New England, is what I was trying to say, but New England, they're just really not trying to win. So then they lost to Seattle. They lost to the Giants. They lost to Dallas. Dallas being the one with the biggest point differential, 35 points. Um, versus the Giants, the second biggest points differential. Every other game has actually been fairly close, within one one what the words are leaving me for some reason, but it's not two scores within one score. There you go. Thank gosh. And then for the Dolphins, we lost to Philly, beat New England, lost to Kansas City, beat the Raiders, beat the Jets. This is a December to remember, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? There's 5 weeks in December. Shekel says 50-17 Dolphins. Oof, fingers crossed. Yep, ladies and gentlemen. This is a December to remember. This is it. Everybody's praying for the Dolphins collapse. But you know what? It's not coming, people. It's not gonna come. I don't care what people say. It's not coming. We will prevail. Oh, look at the stadium. I hear it's one of the oldest stadiums. Like it needs to be renovated and stuff. Whew. Oh wow, and it's gonna be 46 degrees. But slightly overcast. That's actually not bad at all for our guys. So I'm with it. I like that. I like that. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring this puppy back up real quick. Um, what was I gonna say? Now, so that no, I don't need it anymore. So there you go. So that's essentially where you have it, ladies and gentlemen, as far as your little game preview. Now let's go through our expectations, like we always do. We already know, right? Let me pull up. We already know our personal expectations for um what day was yesterday? The 11:30, right? 11:33. So if you oh, I can pull that up. And then I know this one was anyways. Okay. To what's expectation, guys? You know where we are. Every single game we go over it. Um very easy, very simple. What do we expect from Tua? We want him to at least do 275 yards a game, minimum. We want him to do at least two plus touchdowns, one interception every other game. But he's got 10 interceptions already. He need to calm it down. Because if this is week 13, he should have half. So 14, he should have no more than seven, I would say, max. And he's got 10. So now zero interceptions in this game. In the next two games, really, at least. 65.7 completion percentage minimum, because he did average that last year. And 105.5 passer rating, but anything above 100, it's always a good thing. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Tua Tagovailoa, because you saw the stats. You saw how it goes. So let me go over what he's oh Lord, what he's averaging so far. He's got 3177 divided by 12 weeks. Yeah. He's averaging 264.75 yards per game so far, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad. That's just slightly under, less than 10 yards less than what, we expecting to have an average. Okay, right. We're expecting a minimum of 275. He's at 264 so far. Um, so that shouldn't be too bad now. Sorry, give me a second here. I'm gonna take a look at one other thing too. And if you're ready, and just so you guys know right now, so you know that the Miami Dolphins are currently, oh, the Miami Dolphins are currently 8-3, number one in their division. The Washington Commanders are 4-8, last in their division. So we are the superior team, which is why we are favored. Okay. The it says here, Dolphins aim to avoid a tumble from 8-3 like last season when they opened December at Washington. Yeah, we have blown it, guys, but I don't see us blowing it this time. I just see it. Some people want it to happen. Obviously, we know who, haters. But I don't see us. This is not the same team like last year, and I've been saying that all season long. Like even when we had that 3-3, I was like, this doesn't feel like the same 3-3 from last year. Last year, I was shocked. We're 3-0. I was like, you know what I mean? But no, this isn't the same team that's 8-3. One of the major factors for that is Tua Tagovailoa being available. Your best ability is your availability, and Tua finally is available for us. Okay, and we need him to continue to go ahead and do so. And if you're ready, hey, I'm telling you, Greg, man, thank you. That's the wrong one. Shout out to Greg, man. Greg Neal with the $10 Cash App donation, man. Thank you, Greg. Oh, man. Yes, guys, I'm feeling way much better. So thank you for all your prayers. They worked. Nothing to do with modern medicine. So honestly, I didn't even use modern medicine unless you can Pepto. I did use Pepto, so yeah. Eh, whatever. But prayers worked too. Trust me, I was praying too. I'm like, I don't want to feel like this no more. But thank you guys. So thank you, Greg. Oh man, I was like, bzz, 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 bzz. My phone was like, bzz, 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 and I was like, okay, I need to check what this is. And sure enough, thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Honestly, you guys know every dollar literally goes right back to the channel. And guys, I'm working on some stuff that some of y'all are going to want to get ready, which is why I made the announcement this morning. Right now, go online. Walmart's got and I think it might just be for today. But if you can swing it, you want to go and get your Xbox because I got a Series X. And I'm getting ready to get that Madden game. Might have to, not granted, guys, I haven't played in years. I'm not going to pretend like I have. But might have to, go up against some of you guys live. So, hey, never know. I'm telling you, I'm working on some new stuff for you guys. This off season, well, during the season too. But you know, gotta work out some stuff first. But yeah, we're gonna have fun, a lot of fun. Let's continue. This is my main thing that we need from Tua. So let's go ahead and put our Tua expectations. PS5 family here. Oh no, Dolphins thirsty. We're not about to do that. No, sir. It's all about Xbox, baby. Xbox. Yeah, don't get me wrong. PS5, it's good, really good machine, but don't even compare to Xbox. Not even. Hey, Michelle's in the building, right? Or no? Or people are just saying good morning, Michelle, for no reason. Love that score prediction, Shekel, right? Oh, yeah, she is. I see the emoticons. Welcome, girl. How you doing? Uh, Dolphin Thirsty, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. But yeah, look, these are my expectations for Tua, and I got three basic ones. Besides the stats, we already know what we want, what we expect. Bro, I need you to do 300. I need at least 300 from him, three tutties, no touch, no interceptions. That's my expectations for Tua. Why? Because I know that he is, I don't know, like, he's my MVP. You may not think Tua is your MVP, but to me, he's my MVP. I love my quarterback. And guess what? My quarterback, he's the number one quarterback in the league. You can argue with me all you want, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to stop the fact that my quarterback is better than yours. Dang right, is better than yours. I can, I'm just saying. You know, poking a little fun, guys. But for real though, literally, I mean, it's not even a question. We're good. And right now, as far as when it comes, like guys, we're the number two offense in the league, and that's only because Dallas literally played last night. That's it. Like we're the illest. You know what I mean? Right now, the Miami Dolphins offense is ranked number two because we haven't played, but we're really number one. We're the number one offense in the league right now. The Commanders are 15th, ladies and gentlemen. Like it's not even close. When it comes to passing, Dolphins are ranked again number one. Even though technically it's Dallas because they have one more game. Well, actually no, because there's some teams that play 12 games. So I can officially say Dolphins are ranked number two, but we'll be all right. We're about to play our 12th game. Oh, so if wait, so then hold on, 31-7-7. We've only played 11 games. 11 games. Okay, never mind. Two is averaging 288.818181881. Okay. Okay, Two, you're doing much better than what I thought you were doing because I just realized we only played bye weeks. Man, these teams need to hurry up and do their bye week already because this is ridiculous, man. But yeah, okay, that's good. I still need him to do above 300 yards, three touchdowns, no interception. So that's not gonna change for me. But hey, it is what it is. Gotta be honest with y'all. Um, but yeah, what's up, color? Eh, sh- I'm sweating pickums a bit. Michelle, who's got you? Oh yeah, cause you're no longer number one. Ooh, what's up, color? Good morning. You're sleepy? Good morning. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the land of the living. Tired this Friday. Hey, I get it. Don't worry. With my energy, you can't be too tired. Just saying. Can't be. Because that's what I'm here for to wake you up. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging here like a yo yo. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, even our rushing. So we're number two technically in our offense. Number two in passing offense. Number three in rushing offense, right? But it's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. I still believe that we're pretty good. And when it comes to scoring offense, it says here we're 22nd, but I'm not sure what they're using. But we'll see. Bzz, 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 bzz. Now, this one ain't obviously. So our offense, our team offense is ranked second. Like I told you, Commanders are 15th. Passing offense, we're second. Commanders are sixth. Rushing offense, we are third. Commanders are 19th. You got the 19th best rushes. Guys, and I'm talking about just offense, because we all know offense goes versus defense. So, and if you guys want me to show you this, I can. It's not a big. It's literally not a big deal. If y'all want to see, I mean, I don't mind. Let's. I guess we can share this one. The problem with this particular one, it's kind of tough to keep it from doing it. Let's see here. And ooh, in scoring offense, we're technically 22nd. They're 32nd. So yeah, let's share this tab. Let's see if y'all can see. Well, you can see it, but let's see if it won't like crash everything else. So hold on. Hello, can y'all see me? Oh, wow, Miss Fins, I am so special. I'm sharing it, but I literally didn't even add it to here. So wow. Well, there you have it. It's the morning. So let's get into this real quick so you guys can see it with me. Because, some of y'all are visual peeps like I am. So that's a little much, but there you go. See, I told you scoring offense 22nd, they're 32nd, right? Don't worry, we're going to continue to do it. Our conversions. We're ranked 15th so far, converting the third and fourth downs, which are the money downs, right? Where the Dolphins? Oh, there we are. We're 25th. Interesting. Actually, you know what? Third down percentage. How are we doing in third down percentage, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we? Man, I missed this again. Well, they're ranked 18th. We are ranked 12th in third down percentage. So the money down, we are ranked 12th at 42.3%. They are ranked 18th at 38.2% completion. In fourth down, Dolphins are ranked. Uh-huh. Did I miss this? Yes, I did. How am I missing the Dolphins? Mm. Well, the Commanders are ranked 21st at 47.1% fourth down completion. The Dolphins are ranked, ooh, 31st at 33.3%. That's not good, but we should be fine. We don't need driver averages. That's it. And let me go back so you see again. Some of y'all are visual learners like I am. In overall team offense, you see Dolphins are ranked number two. Commanders are ranked 15th. Passing offense, Dolphins are ranked second, seventh, second. Commanders are sixth. Okay. And on the opposite of that, and when it comes to defense, defense, tum tum tum, defense, tum tum tum. Okay, now my computer's acting funny. No funny money from you, buddy. Guys, hit that like button for me, guys. It really, it helps out the channel and it lets me know that you're feeling what I'm putting out. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Miami is second most points in NFL. We are now 22nd in scoring offense. Scotty! Oh my, wait. Why is it that we second most points? Okay. You know that they have different factors when it comes to they have different factors when it comes to scoring offense. It's not all just about touchdowns. Although if you want to go just touchdowns, we're actually tied for first. There you go. Just think logically. Oh, I love how I have no brain and I can't think logically. Guys, I'm just giving you the raw data. This is what the NFL is putting down. It's got nothing to do with me or my subjective or objective opinion of the team. This is what the NFL raw data is saying. That in scoring offense, like it or not, the Dolphins are ranked 22nd. Again, that doesn't mean that we're not scoring. It's just what the raw data is saying. That's all. This is just raw data, guys. That's it. Now you want to go points per game? We're second at 30.8. If that's what you want to classify as no way, then I mean, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. This is why I like to show you guys because some people are visual learners like I am. I know I am. But apparently our defense is not going to pop up here. So let me see if I can do something else real quick to try to get this defense to pop up for us. Well, let me see where we are in kicking. We just don't kick. We don't do field goals, guys. We really don't. We barely do field goals. There. Number 6. All right, cool. Awesome. And look, we've made 50 pluses, see? Attempted 2, made 2. He's at 50% still. That's not bad at all. I don't mind that. That's not bad at all. I like my kicker. Okay. Some of us may not like the kicker. I'll leave it here so you guys can see it while I'm trying to pull up this. Actually, hold on. Let me stop sharing this one real quick and then see if I can pull up the other one for you guys. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, okay, so that one's done. Let's see here. Love is Thursday. Good morning. Da-da-da-da. Okay, for some reason the defense is not gonna pull up. Oh wait a minute. I think we got it. Yes. No, it's just showing me individual people. No, I need team defense. That's what I need. Hold on. Come on. Okay, perfect. So let's go over the team defense real quick between both teams so you guys can see. Uh, there you go. Okay, let me see if y'all see this. Yes, because I see it. So, oh, this only issues. They got a million little pop-ups, but that's the only thing here. So in team defense so far, ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins. Let's see where we are ranked so far in team defense. Commanders are 32nd, and again, Dolphins are 21st. And now also too, they played one more game than we did. They technically still haven't had their bye week. I'm assuming it's next week. 'Cause, I mean, when else? When are these people gonna actually get their bye week? You can't have like week 16 bye week. That's like no bye. So I'm assuming next week. Good morning, Dolphins City Mind. Welcome, welcome. So our team defense is currently ranked 21st. They're currently ranked 32nd, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Mm, mm, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Oh, this is again. We're not blitzing as much as most people, but let's focus over here. So, in total yards and turnovers, ladies and gentlemen, nail that like button. Yes, guys, please. Right now in passing defense, in passing touchdowns, our defense right now is ranked. How am I missing the Dolphins? Okay, 14th. We have allowed 16 passing touchdowns so far. That's actually not so bad. 14th worth, if you will. You know what I mean? If you look at it this way, or when it comes to passing touchdowns, the Dolphins are ranked 19th with 16 passing touchdowns that we've allowed so far. In rushing touchdowns, because you want to allow the least amount, Dolphins are currently. We've only allowed 9 rushing touchdowns. My God, that's really good. That is really good. I mean, not that I'm surprised, we're getting way better, but man, that is really good. Now, let's see here. This is very interesting. In penalties, how many penalties do we actually commit? This was actually very interesting. You want to have the least amount of penalties that you commit as a team. We're one of the least penalized defenses, guys, at 58. Shout out to Vic Fangio, guys. Shout out to Vic Fangio. I mean, fifth in the entire league with least amount of penalties on defense. That's really good. And out of those penalties, how many yards are we giving away? Fourth at only 450 yards. That's really good as a defense. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not surprised. We've always been, what do you call it? We've always been good on defense. The problem we've always had, offense. In the last 20 years, it's offense. Offense. I check something out here real quick. Mm. Mm. Oh, duh. Okay. What else? Um, that's actually pretty good for a defense. That's what you want out of your defense. You don't want them to have a lot of penalties. You don't want to give away free penalty yardage. Are we allowing pressure? What's our pressure percentage for the team? You want to have the most pressure percentage? We're ranked fourth at 26.4 pressure percentage. That's not bad. How many times there was a percentage we knocked down the QBs? We're ranked six at 10.8. Not bad. Our hurry percentage right now, the Dolphins are ranked. Gotta count. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15th at 7.9. Yes. People think we are 8-3 because of our looks. This is a very good defense, guys, and it keeps getting better. That's one thing I'll say. We keep having a defense like this. I mean, I don't know what wins championships. Defenses. Defenses. That's what wins championships, guys. And right now, if you look at the tankathon, for those who are tanking, Patriots. The Dolphins right now are in the section that says divisional road losers. It says here that we're right now, based on our strength of victory, we're ranked 25th. Yeah, 25th. Um, but I think we're gonna be ranked 32nd because we're winning the Super. We're winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, Shekel. If I had 2,000, almost 3,000 likes, that means I'd have to have like thousands of people on this, and I don't. I got 15 likes though. Hey, so shout out to everybody that shows up each and every morning. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Let's continue. Now, let's go to McDaniel's expectations, guys. What do you have as expectations? And you know what? So tired of you people. I'm tired of you people. You got something to say to me this morning? You say it to me. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up. 'Cause I'm tired of you people. And I said you people. So, and by you, I literally just mean everybody. Missy, this is gonna be like the Panthers game. They take early lead, then we eat Wheaties. Uncle Vision, why do we gotta come from behind all the time, man? Why? Why do we? I'm not trying to come from behind. Why can't we just, I don't know, like start out, you know, winning and then add to our lead and dust them off? Like I'm tired of playing with the meal. I'm tired of playing with the meal. I really want I want us to only be at the top and lead. I don't care if it literally means that we score a safety and our defense clamps them down. They score zero. I don't care. That's what I want. As far as my McDaniel's expectations, man, look, it's very simple. You need to make sure that you make your adjustments, put the plays in as fast as possible, and make your adjustments. Adjustments. That's my main concern right now with him is his adjustments. And then his adjustments to our adjustments. That's it. And one thing, yes, I understand Scotty hooked up Joe. Only giving you what the raw data is saying. But yes, according to this, for some odd reason, it's got us at 22nd as scoring offense, but we shouldn't be. Especially when it comes to touchdowns and points. If you go by points alone, we're number two. There you go. If you go by total points, we're still number two. So I'm gonna stick to number two because it sounds better. There you go. Happy? What's up, Cap for life, sir? How you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Miss Phins? Good
Good
morning.
morning. Still
I
alive,
personally,
still kicking.
personally for me, the beanie should be on Fridays. I love the beanie. Beanie Friday for me. Keep the beanie.
Good morning.
Speedy Fridays. Okay, I like that. What's up, hooked up Joe? How you doing?
Super.
Welcome,
Hello,
welcome.
Joe.
Well, thank
What do
you.
you know?
What's up, Cap? Cap for life that's
Yeah,
everywhere.
listen.
TGIF, everybody.
Happy Friday to
Thank
you
God it's
too.
Friday. No, seriously though, thank God it's Friday. And I'll
Uh,
tell you this: it's 2 days, guys, till we get to see our Miami Dolphins again on the field. I can't flipping wait, man. Like, I need more football. Have you guys ever seen the SNL skit of Will Ferrell and Christopher Walken,
I need more
Jimmy
cowbell.
Fallon? I need more cowbell. That's exactly what I'm going to. Doot, doot. That's exactly what I'm going to. I
I got a
need
fever,
more.
and the only prescription.
It's more cowbell. I've got a fever. You know how he does it. But yeah, no, definitely too. So talk to me. What are you seeing in this game? What are you guys thinking we're gonna end up doing? I mean, what is your score prediction, ladies and gentlemen? But I also want to see what do you two personally think it's gonna. Should we expect seeing from this team come
Go
Sunday?
ahead, Joe.
Oh, I was going to say you start, Cap. We're like the chipmunks over here.
Okay, look,
Um,
for me right now, I'm going in the 49 to 14 range. I expect this to be pure dominance, nothing less. This is like to the point of the Giants game times 10. Like, if we really want to be where we want to be and we want to say who we are is really who we are, we make this game an example once and for all. I mean, the Denver game was a pure game of excellence. I don't understand why we can't do that again.
yeah, I've
I'm
kind of been.
loving that.
Yeah,
Two
I've been
picks from the
going.
defense, five from
Yeah,
the offense, two from the defense.
Okay. What about you? What about you?
man, I've been going with the
Hooked up Joe.
standard. I've been kind of going with the standard 31-9 that I pick for every game. But actually, I think we're going to score more. I'm kind of moving towards the cap for life on this one, um, and thinking we're just gonna hose them. Like they're not going to score hard. I don't think it's going to be. I don't even think they're going to score 20 on us. As good as their guy is, we got Ramsey back. We're just going to shut them down, and we're going to clobber their
How many
offensive
times has that
line.
kid been hit?
He's about to be hit
He
10
is the
more.
most
No,
sacked
sacked
quarterback.
10 more.
He is the most sacked quarterback in the league. And I can tell you exactly how many sacks if you give me a second. This is disgusting. I mean, I feel bad for him because how can your body stand for that?
Yeah, Scotty, a 40 burger would be great. Better than a 30 chicken
Like
McNugget. We need a burger on this one. Mm,
yeah.
No, if
No,
there
we
was
Michelle's
ever a
got
week
it
to have a
35,
barbecue,
14.
if there was ever a week to have a barbecue, it's this week, guys.
Seriously, let me see sack percentage.
weather-wise,
Oh,
that's
I
for
don't even
sure.
need to. Ooh,
Yeah, Stevie D was
he's
bringing that up yesterday
been
about the
sacked
weather. That's
55 times.
55. Wow.
Yeah, Sam Howell has been sacked 55 times, 15 more than the next guy, Bryce Young, at 40. This
We're
sack
10
percentage,
sacks. We're going to get our
it's
10 sacks
insane.
on this one and be number one. We're like 9 sacks behind number one. We're going to get 10 and just move into number one on this game. 10
This is
sacks.
insane, guys.
He's going to sack
What's up, Joe?
himself once.
This is he's, he's gonna. Oh, Aquavision, he's reading my mind. A TD, a special teams TD would be great.
Man, that's long
Seriously.
overdue. The hell yeah, we need one of those, man. That's been long overdue.
Put Holland back there a couple
Great News
times.
says we're listening to Dallas live last night, and there's not confidence in beating us. I just sat back and listened to the respect Miami is getting. Mm, okay. Yeah, not gonna lie. Watching that Dallas game last night, they're gonna be a tough team to beat. I'm not gonna lie. They could put up points, and that
No,
defense
I
can.
made up my mind. I'm going to that
That
game.
defense
I
can
made
put
up
up
my mind.
points.
That's the game I'm going to.
Yeah, but that game is a lot. Wait, you're in Texas, right?
Who?
Or no? You?
I'm in Carroll City.
Oh, that. Get out of here. You're literally here. Um. So never mind. I don't know why I thought somebody else is in Texas that's following.
You're
So
thinking of Esther.
that's why I thought. Esta. There you go. You two. I always. Sorry,
It's
but
the
you
mustache.
guys remind me of each other. Yeah, you guys remind me of each other. But okay, this is my thing. I think our defense is gonna eat. I really do. I mean, I don't know about 10 sacks in one game though.
Does
That's
Wilkin get 8 sacks? Do you think
that's
with Phillips being down is going to hinder his sack production, or is it going to get better?
it depends on okay.
About 6.5. Does he get 8 Sunday?
Oh, does he
Wilkins.
get 2-8? He might get
Does
2-8.
he
I
get
was obviously joking about the 10 sacks. I was.
No, but
Oh, okay,
hey, I
okay,
mean,
because
not that
we
far
got
off.
7 as a team last week, so or yeah, last week.
Okay, I'll
So
change
it
it. I
is a
wasn't
possibility.
joking then. There we go.
We literally can get
We
10
bad.
sacks. That's we have proven. Now
We
it's gonna
got
be a
what,
little bit tough
7
to
last game, and the last game before that was 8, I believe, or 9. I'm not too sure, but we're getting in that range.
we really are getting as a team. We are getting in that range. I think that Christian Wilkins will have to see how Ogba does. If we don't have a significant drop off, and Chubb can eat off of Ogba, then that'll allow Wilkins to continue to remain effective in the middle and then kind of get at the quarterback. 1.5 for Wilkins is a perfect over under. Seriously, Scotty,
So
like
let me ask you guys this. I've been hearing the Zach Ertz talks all yesterday, and I don't know, man. I have mixed emotions about
what
that
for?
release.
What what that he got released by Arizona?
Yeah, I keep hearing like a lot of people jumping on the Zach Ertz train for as far as
If
depth
I'm
in the
not
tight end
mistaken,
position.
isn't he hurt? Isn't he
Well, I mean
hurt?
that's what I'm trying to
No, he's
figure
not
out.
hurt. No, he's not hurt. He
He
asked
got
to be
he got
released
released.
because he didn't want to play for such a pathetic team. He wants to go play for a contender. So he's
Are
going to
you
hit the
saying
waiver wire.
are you
And
saying that because of your personal feelings or what he
no,
actually
no,
said?
No, that's what's being
no,
said. Yeah.
that's what's being said. Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
all day, every day, I got my nose in this, and that's what they were saying.
Which, by the way, I love that logo. That's my favorite logo, dude. So,
Yeah, mine too. That's my era
thank you.
logo there.
Bro, it's the
Yeah,
best one,
exactly.
bro. And with the eyebrows,
It literally is the
never knew a dolphin could have eyebrows.
Man, I'm gonna have to make those eyebrows go up and down now that you mention it.
Oh, that would be
Groucho
so
Marx
cool.
style.
You can do that?
Yeah, I could do
Oh,
that.
you
He
gotta
can do
do
anything. He's a
it.
magician, yo. He's a magician. I'm telling you. But look, let me be 1,000% honest with you guys. Why I don't want him? Why would I want Ertz? It'll be absolutely useless for us to
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm
Ertz.
asking. I'm just, I'm putting it out there because I've been hearing it. It's starting
No,
to
but
boil
let me
up.
explain why. We don't use tight ends. What does it's a waste of a pick. Like it's a waste of a position.
Well, they're saying it wouldn't affect
Sorry.
the salary cap. It said, it's pretty much, if he plays, he plays. If not, he gets released or whatever.
It's gonna affect a roster spot. We don't have a lot of those
We
going
don't
around.
use tight ends.
And he's, I
Exactly.
was reading
We
his
don't
history,
use tight ends. Why would I want a tight end?
and he's not really the greatest
What's up,
blocking tight
Shake
end.
Money?
What's
So,
good?
and that's what we need.
Shake money.
What's going on, guys?
No, what's up, Shake?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, sir?
What's your thoughts on Zach
Living
Ertz?
dream.
Yeah,
I
put your
agree with my
thoughts in
friends.
Zachers.
We already got one rid of one tight end who couldn't block. Why are we getting another one?
Right, he
I
can't block.
mean, I don't. We just don't use them. Well, I don't understand the point. We got
Yeah,
Darn Smythe. That's it. We don't need. We don't need. We literally have three tight ends we don't even use. It'll be a waste of his career to come here. Period. I don't care what anybody says. We don't use them. It's not a position they value. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you people. Be mad at me all you want. They just don't care about the tight end position. They don't.
no. The only
McDaniel
person
does
there,
not care about the tight end position.
Ravens will be the team that makes sense to Ravens.
Ravens would absolutely pick him up. I think it would be a pretty good
That's a good
marriage
point.
between
Yeah,
those two because they lost Mark Andrews for the season, and it'll be a good backup. Now, Zach Ertz is a phenomenal tight end. I don't know if he's to the level of Mark Andrews with the relationship Andrews has with Lamar, but I think a veteran with veteran, they'll be able to go ahead and make that work. So I have that. I think that would probably be the best if he clears waivers too. We're forgetting he's got to clear waivers. So
And
once he
Scotty
does,
does mention that we do have Croft on the roster. So if it's a minimum cap hit and we can swap out Croft on the roster for this guy because he wants to come here, then while it's not like, oh boy, we picked that guy up and we're gonna like clean house, but anytime we can get a roster upgrade for virtually free, I wouldn't I wouldn't be against it. I'm not rooting for it, but if our team decided that they thought that was what was best for the team, then I wouldn't second guess that.
I would believe that if I've seen them do that, but nah, no, I don't believe this team when it
so
comes
let
to
me
that
ask
position.
you
It
this.
has nothing to do with Kasicki. It's literally they have proven to you that they do not value the tight end position except for blocking. That's it. That's it. We don't use them. How many catches does Durham Smythe have this year? Barely any. I'm probably check right now. Shoot. But go ahead. What's your question, Cat for Life?
No, I mean I was just thinking about this, but I think the guaranteed contract or the contract that he signed for 7 million, I think it kicks in. So I was just throwing it out there. Like, what if the Jets release Dalvin Cook?
We don't need him.
Okay, no, that's. I I would take Cook over Ertz any day because I know Cook we
Yeah,
can
Cook.
actually use.
Yeah,
Cook we
exactly.
can
Cook.
use. I
Hell
know
yeah.
we would use Cooks, but we wouldn't use Ertz. I'm sorry, it's just not a position that's valued on the team. It really
Because
Not in the
isn't.
team block.
if it was, they wouldn't be freaking converting wide receivers into tight ends.
Guys, he's only had 25 targets so far this season, caught 18 of them for 178 yards. Like, come on, man.
Well,
He's
if you
got
think about it,
zero
listen.
tight ends this season. We
Well,
don't
if
use them,
well, well, to
period.
be fair, I looked at the. I was doing some research yesterday on Larry K show because the show yesterday. And if you look at
Hmm.
that's the one thing that had me concerned last year that's concerning me this year, is the fact that um I look at the Washington Commanders. They have 5 receivers with 400 yards, right? You know, right now we barely have we have no receivers outside of Waddle and Hill that have more than 200 passing receiving yards. Outside of Waddle and Hill, if you look how many targets Barrios getting. Look how many targets um you know what I'm saying? He's not there. He's only passing the ball to 2 people, and that's kind of you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. There's other people on the team.
Part of that is Craycraft and Barrios going down. So when your third guy is changing a lot, you are gonna hit number one and two a lot. I mean, we do need to extend that out. I'm not arguing it, but sometimes the
Well,
stats don't
Barrios,
tell the true story because he's limping around right now. He's not in full shape even now, and it's been that way for some games.
yeah, but still, Wilson. You still had Wilson. Uh, I mean,
Yeah,
the
and
ball is
Wilson
not
was
being
kicking
distributed.
in.
The ball's not being distributed enough.
Shake
That's how it
money,
was last year.
but it's by design, don't you think? 2,000 yards, sir.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but he literally said 2,000 yards, and right now I'm not seeing anything otherwise that will tell me that they're gonna
Yeah,
go away from that, which to me is insane, in my opinion.
yeah, because those 2,000
But
yards. Let's
we
be
act
honest.
like we don't have receivers.
Those 2,000 yards is for the name on the back of the jersey. I thought it was supposed to be for the name on the front, not the back.
I'm going to jump in here on this because I follow Hill a lot. I even watch him on Twitter, on
Mm.
Twitch, and all that stuff. And he is absolutely, he said that the same way he said he's going to be a porn star. I mean, he just says stuff in order to get some media hit,
Well, I
right?
mean, look, I
And
like the intentions from
No,
him. I love that
no,
he
no,
wants to do it,
he
but
even said it though. I mean, he said it himself. And he isn't lying. He
yeah,
said, I don't
but
care. I said the 2000 for social media purposes. I care about winning. He even said, if I get 40 yards and we win, then I want that over 250 yards and losing all day long. And I know he has to say that, but you can tell when somebody's BSing and you can tell he's real on that.
when you're the number one receiver in the league, you can say whatever you want, which I get that. But guys, we don't do we not remember the that very beautiful video the Miami Dolphins put out there when
Mm.
McDaniel got first hired, and we saw what he talked to Tua and whatever, right? But we also saw the minute that he spoke to, and it came out, and he literally said last year to Tyreek 2,000 yards. That's your first conversation with this man. So forget the fact of we're gonna win. We're gonna focus on you getting 2,000 yards. That's what we're doing. That's the focus. Period. No matter like whether we like it or not. That's that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Um,
Who- But like I said, you look at who's that? Him, the quarterback for Washington. His three
Sam
thousand
Howell.
yards. Sam Howell. His 3,000 yards is through multiple people, versus 2,000 yards of Tua's yardage is through 2 people.
Most teams, though, to Scotty's points, most teams do feed their
Right.
first and second receivers.
Right. Let's take that as a whole and use it as an average instead of picking an anomaly and talking about that one. I mean, if we were talking about the average and we were talking about normality, then if we were, and I don't know what normal and I don't know what the averages are, but I'm saying that if we had that information, I would trust that type of comparison better than a one off on like number one on where he's shooting to. because especially you look at somebody like the Bills. Look at how often they're going to Diggs compared to everybody else. At least until Joe took over. You know what I mean? It's not an anomaly for 1 and 2 to be most of the yards, especially when they're so good. You know, I personally don't think. I think they're
Yeah, like
spreading it around. About normal, and I don't really think that they're forcing it as much as like they even talk about the fact Tyreek Hill's not on the field all the time. If you look at, they even said it,
Okay.
there's a big difference between number of targets and time on the field.
All right.
And if you look at time on the field, Tyreek Hill's time on the field is way less than you would think it is. It's very low. And you actually look at how many times they actually put Hill and Waddle out there at the same time. It's not all
Right.
the time. It's actually pretty rare. I mean, not rare, but
Okay.
it's not like where they're always out there and you got to watch them both. That's not how we play them.
All right. Here we go.
at
All
least
right.
not
Where
now.
I put up Buffalo. Okay, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 900 yards. The second receiver has 500 yards. The third receiver has 400 yards. The fourth receiver has 400 yards. And the running back has 300 yards. So there's multiple receivers. That's being distributed right there in Buffalo.
Good point. That's what I was looking at. So let's look at some more of them like that, and now it's starting to hammer your point home when you look at some more of them like that.
You know, I get where you're coming from, Shake. That attention that Tyreek gets is because they're low. He's number one receiver in the league. You know what I mean? It makes sense that he would get that attention from defenses, but the focus
Mm-hmm.
is getting him his 2,000 yards. Now, him as a receiver, he knows what he wants. Tyreek Hill understands the assignment, ladies and gentlemen. You come in from winning the Super Bowl with your team to coming in to a franchise that hasn't been successful in the last 20, 25 years. And you're one of the major pieces why this team wins the Super Bowl. He's already a first ballot Hall of Famer. We all know this. 7 years in the league, seven all pros, not just Pro Bowlers, all pros. Guess what? He's first ballot Hall of Famer. We know this. But where he would be amongst like all time, bring it anybody that comes to Miami knows if they are part of the Miami team that gets them a Super Bowl from one of the top five most legendary teams in the league, you're immortal. Period. You're
Mm-hmm.
immortal. No matter, you are immortal. If you're the
Yeah.
man and you bring it, oh my god, dude, nobody would beat you. Nobody
Hey,
like this. You're immortal. Period. Like till the end of time.
and by the way, I'm
Like
not to Scotty. I'm not saying stop throwing to our best receiver, but stop throwing to him when he's triple covered and there's some guy wide open.
Well, we got to think about it too. We're coming into into December, and I mean, I know we don't have that many games with winter type of elements, but the chances of him like doing this throughout those type of elements, you would have to consider giving him the MVP if he could do that throughout the snow and getting 100 yards receiving in the wind. Like if he can do that shit, I'm sorry, that stuff. I mean, you can't say he's not in contention.
And
no,
I looked it up,
absolutely.
and Diggs is the second most targeted, and Hill is the third most targeted wide receiver in the NFL. So Hill is third, Diggs is second as far as targets.
I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Again, they're the number one options for their teams. But I do like the mentality that Tyreek does have. He understands. Yes, I want the 2,000 yards. Why not? I know I can get it.
Mhm.
But he also understands the goal is to win
Yep.
because again, I will be immortal when this team wins. You know what I mean? What's up, color? Welcome this
Go
morning.
ahead,
How you
Colin.
doing,
Go
Good
sir?
ahead.
morning. Good morning. Man, Joe just stole my thunder. I came up just to slightly give a little push to Shake. While I agree wholeheartedly that we are not spreading the ball around enough, and I don't disagree with that at all. I think Stephon Diggs was probably the bad example because he's getting more targets than Tyreek right now and far less yardage.
Yeah,
But
but mhm.
I was just pointing that out. But I do agree with you still, regardless of whether Diggs is the good example or not. I still agree with
Yeah.
you that we're not spreading it around enough.
No, I only brought up Diggs, not the. I brought up Buffalo to illustrate the point that I don't care about the targets, but if you look at the receivers,
Right.
the yardage is spread around. Look at
Right. Right.
yardage as a total. We only
Right.
have
So do you see that
none of
as a possible failure on Diggs's part in comparison to Tyreek? Because he's, you know what I mean? Like they're 6-6 and he's only got, what did you say, 800 something yards
mhm.
or 900 something
Yeah,
yards? You know what I mean?
900 and something. Yeah.
Not to mention, if you think about Buffalo kind of doesn't target. I think he's more of a red zone target than anything.
Right.
They're
Right.
still targeted more than Hill, which kind of shows you that they're forcing it to Diggs more than they're
And
forcing it to Hill. Even if they do spread it around more, they're trying
Yeah.
harder to get it to Diggs. He's just not
not to
as
mention,
successful as getting it and making it down the field.
okay,
So,
No,
now
you
he's
know,
not.
what about another analytics? Who's all right? How many more times is Josh throwing the ball versus Tua?
Oh, let's see. Attempts. Let me see because I can actually get that right now. I'm passing.
which is a testament to our team, that we're not having to throw it like, they
Right
have
now,
running game.
Tua is
He has to be throwing
attempts.
it
We're gonna
more.
go to attempts. Right now, Josh Allen, 433 attempts for the season. He's ranked number 2 in attempts. Tua Tagovailoa is ranked 11th at 377 attempts so far.
So, so of course, if he's throwing the ball more, obviously he's going to target. If he's, what I'm saying, he's going to get more targets if the quarterback's throwing the ball more as well.
But we are talking target to success rate as part of
Now,
that. So, and when you're
Aqua
looking at the
Vision.
numbers, you're looking at total yardage. So you have to calculate success rate in. If you're going to calculate, total yards,
Well,
Mm-hmm.
instead of
You
targets,
can go
well,
then
completion
the
percentage
one,
if
the
that's what you
one,
mean.
Well,
the
here's
one,
another thing too. What if a lot of Diggs' targets was at the 10-yard line or the 5-yard line? You know what I'm saying? Versus Tyreek
I
Hill
was just
was
gonna
at the
say
20-yard
here,
line.
Aqua
it
Vision
also
nailed it.
suggests that Allen is dinking and
Dinkin and
dunking more.
Duncan. Yes, Aquavision said it, guy. Diggs is more dink and dunk quick passes. That's what
At least this
he's been
year.
getting versus what Tyreek is getting. Yeah, versus what Tyreek is getting, which is those 50 plus yard throws from Tua.
Well, don't
So
Oh,
forget that,
it
that
is a
Tyreek
different kind
also.
of.
Well, don't forget that Tyreek also, for every 15-yard catch he's got, that's actually 25 yards because he's going to get another 10 yards every time. You
mhm.
know,
and we blow everybody away in that stat. So if you try to compare the Dolphins to anybody else in the how far you throwing it category, I mean, you got the 49ers and that's it.
now if you want to examine us, relative to us spreading the ball around, and if you want to examine whether Tyreek's getting too much of the share of targets, then you could look at last year, considering that Waddle's numbers and yardage and everything are way down compared to last year relative to Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a way to look at it, and they are way down. I mean, I think Waddle is on pace for like just about 1,000 yards when he had
Yeah.
1,300 last year.
Well, and what's funny is our third leading receiver was Trent Sherfield with 300
Trent
receiving
Sherfield
yards.
last year, yeah.
300 receiving yards
Mm-hmm. And the eye
for the
test
season.
can tell you that we're not throwing to Craycraft as much this year. We're not throwing to Barrios. Those two guys, I know Craycraft's been injured, so I'll include Barrios in that. And you're right, we were seeing that a lot more last year.
I was
We
gonna
were
say he
seeing
was injured, yeah.
more tight end usage, far more
Well,
tight
right
end
now,
usage last year.
Waddle's averaging 13.3 yards per reception. He's at a total of 691 yards, and he's only got 3 touchdowns for the season so far. He is
Let me
slotted to have, what is that, 691 divided by 11 games, right? Because he hasn't been out for any of the games. He's averaging
Mm-hmm.
62.8
We'll just take his
per
average per
game
Well,
game and
times
multiply it by
12.
17.
Yeah,
well,
that's what it did.
and
And it's going to be 1,068 yards.
And
Barely
that's
but you
hitting
know
down
what?
2,000.
roughly about 300 yards from last year.
Well,
Yep.
another point that I'm trying to get to is, All right, the perfect example is if you look at the New England game when we went to New England, they shut
Pick
down
up the
Hill and they
phone.
shut down Waddle, but everybody else was getting yardage. He had about he was targeting, I think about 6 or 7 people were getting receptions. You know what I'm saying? He was spreading the ball around, and that's how we won. We won. We didn't win through Waddle. We didn't win through Hill. We
Right,
won through the other receivers, and that's what I
right.
like to see more of.
Now, Miss Finns, you just pointed out something interesting because there is evidence that we're shifting over and possibly trying to help Tyreek get his 2,000 yards. Because if Waddle is on pace for roughly 300 yards less than he had last year, and Tyreek Hill had 1,700 something yards last year, and you take that 300 yards and add it to Tyreek Hill's total, what do you get? Over 2,000.
Yep. But he right now he needs to average 169 in the next 4 games to get that. Because he has to do it in 16 games. Having an extra game, it's like, bro, you didn't do it. Like you
You
did
know they
it,
don't
but you
care
didn't do
about
it.
that. You know they don't care, but they've
They
already
do.
ruined it.
Actually, he does because he said it.
The
He said
NFL
it
has
in an
already
interview.
ruined the stat.
Notice?
I know, but I agree with you. But I'm saying that the NFL has already ruined the stat books that way by ignoring those little things. You know what I mean? Like they don't
Yeah.
care about paradigms. It seems. You know what I mean? Like shouldn't we have already
They still
reset the paradigm in the stat books by now?
well, they actually do bring it up. They just don't leave it as the final piece. Because they'll bring in 11 games. Da 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 da. It's
Right,
a
but in the stat
12th
book,
person to
when you look at
but
the leading receiver in yardage in the stat book, it's simply going to say number one Tyreek Hill. It's not going to be like in 17
yeah, what
games
it
or
should be
whatever.
like. Yeah, exactly. So that's what you have to compare. But he already said it because he knows for himself he won't count it if he don't get it in 16 games. Because he know Calvin Johnson did it in 16. So,
Yeah, yeah,
but
he would have to get 100 yards per game and overachieve in one or two of those games.
And you know what's funny is
he's gonna have to
like
honestly. He needs 169 a game.
mhm.
That's
Ooh,
what he
that's
needs. So
brutal.
if he gets 170, he's good.
I remember they tried to take away Jalen Waddle's accomplishment because it was 17 games. Well, if you think about it, he missed a game, so technically he did it. The receptions, he broke the rookie receptions in 16 games.
That's different than he. That's different. Then that means he did it in 16 games.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
Right,
that's the
right.
same thing that happened with Waddle his rookie year.
yeah,
His
yeah.
rookie
That's what I'm
year,
saying.
people say, "Oh, he broke the rookie record." Yeah, but there was what 17 games. Like no, 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 no. He only
He
played
missed the game.
16 because he was out because of that COVID day, that COVID
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
game.
right.
So he actually broke it in 16 games, like he was supposed to from the
hmm
previous one that got it. So that's yeah, I agree with you 100%. So we're gonna have to see. Like we're definitely gonna have to see as far as it. Now, for me, most teams, like, come on, we all know. Let's example the Bengals. We all know
hmm
Jamar Chase is number one, two, and three, and then after him, you got what? Higgins, Boyd. You know what I mean? So teams do favor their number one receivers as they should,
hmm
but I would say the Bengals are the best example of utilizing their top three receivers more than most teams, in my opinion. I mean, at least that's how I see it. I don't know if I'm way off base, but you would think, you'd want them to go ahead and utilize others. But
Yeah,
we'll see what McDaniel's got set up. But these are the games he needs to eat. If they really are gonna push for Tyree to get 2,000 yards, you gotta get it in the easiest games. Which this should technically be the easiest game. This, the Jets, the Titans. If he gets 200 yards in each of these games, he'll only need 60 yards in the last one, which we
yeah.
all
So
know.
weather will not be an excuse moving forward. Are we agreement with that? Or
I've
Oh,
never put
yeah.
weather as an excuse, so
Yeah,
that's
I've never used
that's a
weather as an
standard for me.
excuse. If we can't win in the snow, then we lost, and there it is. That's not a reason we
Right.
lost. We
It
just
Yeah,
can
lost.
it can explain why a game looks different than another game, but it's no excuse for a loss.
exactly. I don't do excuses for this team.
Hmm.
Because
But you know what I think is funny though
what?
is the national media, right? In September when they lose to Miami, or they lost because of the heat, but when we lose in the winter, oh, we suck.
Oh, sure, sure. And that's the thing is that everybody has to play in it. So
Mhm.
it's weird that we even look at weather as a reason why a team wins or loses because both teams have to play in the same conditions.
You know what I find funny? How I was listening to somebody yesterday. Don't ask me who. I was in a bunch of different places. I'm just trying to, get
Yeah.
as much as I could yesterday specifically. And I was listening and I heard somebody say that, oh, shoot. And I just lost it. Oh, man. Say again what you were just saying. It'll come right back to me.
Weather.
Color.
Oh, I was saying that dang, I can't even remember what I just
The
said. Man, you're
weather.
asking a lot.
You talking about
We were
weather?
No,
talking about the weather, right?
both teams have to play in the same weather. It's not like one is sitting on the other side of a dual climate zone car. You know what I mean? They both have to play in the same
Oh,
rain.
thank you. See, it's here. Before I forget. What the worst thing that would be for the Dolphins is if we end up getting a home game for the playoffs, that first round or second round, let's say if it's the bye, if we're blessed enough to get the first round bye and we lose. Like,
Right. Like, I mean, we practice in the rain. It rains in Florida all the time. Is there a difference between cold rain and warm rain? Well, the ball doesn't care. Physics, when it comes to water making things slippery, doesn't care whether it's cold or warm. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, I didn't watch
Maybe
Stephen D yesterday, so if he said it,
cold water could actually
I
be
heard it from
less
someone else.
slippery than warm water. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
no,
50
you're right, but
degrees isn't cold.
that's what I heard yesterday. And no, I didn't get a chance to watch Stephen D. But
Yeah,
as
remember something else. Look at the way we started running the ball against the Jets defense in the second half last week. Their defense was absolutely gassed. That was 50-degree weather. Like, what's their issue? You know what I mean? Their defensive linemen can't keep up cardio in 50-degree weather.
And by the
mm,
time you get in that stadium, and there's
I don't know.
and it's not going to be cold. I mean, they're going to have
Right.
on all that stuff. I mean, 50 degrees is football weather,
Yeah, I'm
and it's
telling you.
not like it's supposed to be raining sideways.
Even if I didn't have all that gear on, Joe, it's nice to play in 55-degree weather, man. It's like boom, perfect.
Well, do you guys? I don't know
I,
if you
I
guys were. Oh, go
I
ahead,
gotta head
Shake.
real quick. I gotta head out to work. I appreciate you for having me on, Miss Fins. And shameless plug tonight. Drive time at 6 o'clock on the Fins tailgate, baby.
I'll
Thanks,
be
Let's
guys.
there.
go. Drive time.
We'll be
All
Thank you,
right.
Shay,
nowhere
for
else.
coming through. I appreciate you,
Thanks,
buddy.
Jake.
Yeah, no, let's get her done. Absolutely. Go check out Drive Time on the Fins Tailgate, where you can catch awesome, awesome shows every single time. I know I'll be popping in and out and listening to you guys. So I sometimes, a lot of times I can't comment, because I'm busy. But
Right,
I'll try to, if I get a little chance, I'll try to go ahead and listen. Oh, what are they talking about now? And then I'm like, oh,
right.
nice.
The
Why
other
But
is
thing,
good
the
stuff?
other thing, real quick about the rain, though, I can understand. Maybe if somebody said, "Is it the ball gets heavier, and does that affect our quarterback?" I don't think there's been any evidence of that so far this year. I think he's strong enough to handle it. In other words, he's at his whatever his apex is going to be for arm strength right now, and I don't think that the ball being wet is going to affect that.
but Kenna makes a good point. The cold, wet red ball does get harder.
Yeah, yeah, it
Does get
does, and it.
harder.
But with them gloves on, I personally wouldn't have a problem catching it in as a receiver.
And
Not
again,
because it's
50.
harder or colder, but if
It's
I
not
was
cold.
barehanded, it does kind of it is bad in the cold.
I'm not sure 50 degrees is really affecting the weight enough. If it
Nah,
was 35 degrees, it would be
right.
maybe doing
No, and
something.
in
But
55-degree
50,
weather, if you're
28,
talking about
53.
right, and if you're talking about like 50% humidity in 50-degree weather, that ball is nice and dry and crisp.
Good
Like I
point,
love
Paul.
catching a ball like that.
Scotty makes a good point. Just deflate the ball a little bit.
We're not New England. We can't. Uh, but yeah, no. Okay.
Ironically, Joe, I can't stand a slightly deflated football when it comes to catching it. I'm surprised his receivers didn't weren't yelling at him, man. Like, what are you throwing us a flat football for? I can notice. I do. Yes, a couple pounds per square inch as a receiver, I can actually notice that, and it's tougher catching a flatter football.
Just
No, we
trying to
don't
not
need to
get
deflate.
intercepted then.
We're not deflating. Okay, but I got a question for you guys. So, who are the key players to watch out for in this game for the Dolphins? Like which players? Let's say on defense, which player is gonna have a breakout? Like, what are the three defensive players we need to watch out for on defense? Go ahead, Cat for Life, because I haven't heard you in a minute or not.
So we talking about what on there on Washington's defense?
No, on ours, like from our guys, and then Washington's.
Oh, I mean, from us, it's just the pass rush. I mean, for us, the pass rush has been our bread and butter this season. That's why the secondary has been having a field day. I mean, we need to see what we have on depth on the edges now more than ever, and I can't wait to see that, especially AVG. If he's going to be a hybrid player, we got to see what he needs to be utilized more in the middle or on the outside, and we'll figure that out. And that's the most important. I'm excited about seeing the most important player.
And for their defense, which defensive players you think we should probably
I mean, for me, I
watch out
just think it's
for?
more about Ron Rivera than the players. I think Ron Rivera, he got rid of Jack Del Rio, so he's the one in the hot seat. So I want to see what he comes up with and what type of scheme he's going to bring to the table against this offense.
All right, all right. What about you, Color?
Well, for our
What do you
defense, I
think?
look for I
Yeah.
look for a great pass rush. I look for Wilkins and Chubb to eat. Those would be my two guys along the line. Um, I might have to add a fourth because I need a linebacker. Baker continuing to make his tackles. That's all we need him to do. And of course, Mr. Ramsey. Just make Sam Howell look like a fool. That's all you got to do. And I know he can. Um, on the Washington side of the ball, I I don't know who and what you want. Those are the three guys I go after. I mean, I would call out. I don't know who
Not
and what
funny,
you want.
Color.
Maybe that guy.
Yeah.
That guy
Uh
might
huh.
be all right.
That's
You know
Contain
funny.
what?
Terry Terry.
Color. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Bye. Bye. He knows what he's doing.
Uh-oh, I better not laugh at that too hard.
We're not. That's what we're not gonna do. Is that?
I do know what you want
You know
is
what?
him. I do know that.
Thank you, Hooked Up Joe. What about you, sir? What do you got on this game? Uh, and what do you expect? What are three defensive players that you expect from us? Then you think it's gonna be the main one to watch out for our defense. And what do you expect out of their offense?
Okay, I expect our defensive guys that are going to I expect AVG and Ogba to be stepping up in a big way. And I kind of see them rotating around and having kind of a big game and actually helping Chubb
Ooh,
getting home too. And then with that, it's gonna naturally work hand in hand with the secondary, with Ramsey, maybe even X getting into the interception business again this week. And then as far as their defense, they have the 32nd ranked defense. So I think it's going to
yes,
be
they
pretty
do.
much what Color said. Who, what, they don't have anybody. So I'm going with who and what and nobody on their side of the defensive ball.
Fine, I give you a pass. I give you a pass for that because they got rid of their two major pieces. Come on, how do you get rid of Sweat and Young? Like
Right.
literally
And
your
then fire
number
your
two
defensive
overall player,
coordinator.
and then like yeah,
You're
like
not
this
doing a good
is
enough job. We're going to fire you too because we got rid of your two weapons. He
like
deserves to run
li-
the defense himself and deserves what we give him this week too. That was just rude. We
that's
should make him
I
pay
ridiculous.
for
also
it.
spoke with a Washington fan in a space the other day who is not very pleased, wants to get the season over with, and was begging us to put as many points on his team as we could. The fan base,
Really?
yeah, he claims that the fan base and the organization are all totally out on Ron Rivera, and it's pretty much over there.
Wow, so he's already a dead man walking. Like he's getting fired
Yeah,
after
I
this
mean,
game.
this
So
is not, I mean, other than trying to pad his resume, there's no, I mean, there's absolutely no reason we should be trapped or surprised here.
This is another week where we're going after like a coaching change or some big change. It seems like just before the Dolphins game, something crazy happens, like they lose to a bad team or they get rid of a coach, and now here we are. Right? They just got rid of the DC, right? So now we get to be, are we going to be?
Right, the testing
Uh,
ground for this intern DC or interim DC that we don't know
seriously,
what he's
man,
going to
like
do.
we really don't know what he's gonna do.
I would
I mean
just hope that if anything could be done, if they had the ability to do anything, I don't see. I believe in scapegoats, so I don't necessarily think that their DC, their other DC, could have done anything. I mean, at some point, the players have to play, and if they simply don't have the ability to implement what any DC wants to do, then it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? But I still keep that in the back of my mind, like how people play inspired because they got fresh face, up top. You know what I mean?
and there won't be any inspirational play when your head coach gets rid of your two defensive players and then fires your defensive coordinator. I'm not seeing that defense going, oh yeah, now's our chance to show we're gonna kick some
no,
ass. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen. I
yeah,
mean, kick butt.
you're right. You're
We'll be
right.
at
No,
max
I'm with
ability.
you.
Unless it was known that that was going to be the permanent new DC, because then they would want to put their tape down for their new guy. You know what I
I
mean?
was gonna say, yeah, that's
We
probably
might
the only
be.
thing that you could expect is to actually, if that's your new guy, you want to make sure that you ball out because they're
Right, but
gonna
since
be
Ron,
determining
but
whether
since
you stay
Ron
or not.
Rivera's on the outs, it's doubtful that DC is going to be their DC next year.
He should just demote himself right now.
To what DC?
DC only. Fire himself as head coach and move to DC. That'll
Has
get
that
his
ever
defense
worked?
higher. No, I'm joking again.
Oh,
Sorry, my dry humor. Too early for that.
hooked up, Joe. I'm telling you right now, man. You have got one of the greatest humors ever because you got me, man. You definitely got me. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought you really meant like literally he could do that. So, but but yeah, no.
Are you
Well,
saying he is what you want in a comedian?
really,
Who?
color? Is that what we? You know?
Who are you talking
Don't
about?
feed into this, Joe.
I was talking about
What?
him.
You two, don't make me do it.
Half the chat probably wondering what
Okay,
in the
okay,
hell
okay.
are they
Yeah, they're
Oh
talking
like, what
yeah,
are they
yeah.
talking about? Stop. What's up, Fun Joe? Hey, how you
the
doing,
good
sir?
chat
Capital.
members, the good loyal chat members know exactly what we're talking about because they watch Miss Phins on League Wide Wednesdays at 8 o'clock with
Exactly.
yours truly.
Daddy loves you guys. So Cornrow Tour wants to know what do you expect from him in this game?
From who? This guy?
From this guy, yeah.
What do
What
I
do you expect
expect
from
from
him?
him? I expect him to be what I want.
Color, I swear.
I mean, for real though, it's funny. I know it sounds like I'm joking still, but like seriously, like just do your thing. Just be Tua.
Yep,
And
Simple
what
being
does
as
on.
that
fun.
mean to you?
Being Tua is being responsible with the football.
Okay.
Uh, you know, being on his game would be being in rhythm, feeling comfortable,
Okay.
relax. What have I always said, Miss Fins? What's been my
Relax.
word? Relax, because Tua, when he plays relaxed and when he is genuinely relaxed, that's when he's on fire. I mean, you can't stop this kid when he's in a relaxed state. When he's out there, I don't just mean out there flippantly having fun, but when you're out there and you're just in such a relaxed state that every bit of your attributes are able to come through, then that's when Tua is that guy that everybody's like, oh, Dolphins got to steal that 5th overall. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not, and we've seen it, and I just know that every time it's simply a matter of his state of mind, and a
So
lot
would
of
he
that
be
was
a
to do
steal?
with, well, a lot of the lack of confidence and relaxation was because of the problems on the offensive line, of course, and pressure. But he's enjoying the lowest pressure rate in the league right now. Actually, there's one slightly lower, and it happens to be Aiden O'Connell at 33rd. But Tua is 32nd ranked in pressure percentage. You know, so just go out there and be relaxed. And if you, I mean, look, if you got a relaxed Tua and an offense that's clicking, and especially with our defense now, why could we not, as bad as the Commanders are, and
Which
as well put together as the Broncos seem to be overall, why could we not set another record? Now, I
are
don't
you
expect
calling
that.
for a 75
No, I don't
burger?
expect that. I don't expect that at all. But you
I'm
know,
with
you wonder why things like that happen. You know what I mean? And it's because of that. I mean,
Okay,
there
hold
was
up. You
there was
really
not
think so?
one single thing we did
He
against
can
the
do that?
Broncos that didn't execute well, and that's why you're able to you have to end up forcing yourself not to score.
The other teams weren't quite up
We
to
literally were
knowing
trying to
what we're
just
going to
kill the
do,
clock.
you know. But a 70 burger with cheese, that would be nice.
But I do have confidence in saying, hey, why shouldn't
Turkey
we
burger.
score over
Man.
40 points? Even if we're having a bad day against this defense, why couldn't we score 40 for something points?
Especially if we're
You know
clobbering their
what?
offense and they're going 3 and out over and over again. I mean, I just see us smothering them like just.
Can we do a 50 burger? Can we do a 50 burger, realistically speaking? Because, he's still putting up yardage. He's still putting up yardage. That offense right now, that when it comes to points, just points, not yardage, just points. Let me.
And
I'd
the
have
other thing is we now, for all those people out there that are pulling their hair out right now because we're talking so
Sorry,
big,
my brain, it kind of goes in and out sometimes. When it comes to
the,
why shave
points,
my head, Fuller.
number two, they're ranked 16 at 246 points.
mm-hmm. Sam Howell, you're saying?
Go ahead, Color.
Did you say you saying Sam Howell? That's his point total.
Oh, wait. Oh, so right now the no, the Commanders right now are
Oh,
246 points.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we're like at 300 and
246 points. They're ranked
we're
16th when it comes
yeah
to
we're like at
scoring.
300
Give
something.
me one quick second, guys.
We're like at 300 something. But the players still have to realize that the points ain't going to score themselves.
What I want to see out of Tua is for Bahana Nana Banana Hannah Hannah to not have anything to say next week. Ha ha ha. Welcome to the
Listen,
chat. I'm
listen,
just
listen,
messing with
listen,
you.
listen.
What's up, banana?
What's up, banana? We got 339 points. And to Scotty's points and Hooked Up Joe earlier. Okay, I was saying in the raw data they had us ranked at 22nd. But if you go by points, we're number two. And points per game, we're still number two. So right now, 339, we're averaging 30.8 points per game. So yeah, that's
Well,
that's
what
where
are
we
they
are right now.
factoring
If
in?
we can get
What are they factoring in scoring offense if they're not just looking at points? I mean,
Right.
I
If you take away our
swear on
defensive
all that is
scores, we're
holy. I
number
even
one.
looked.
That's weird. I mean, we're number one if you take away our
No, well,
defensive scoring.
you know what? Hold up,
I mean, they must be
because they have
factoring in
us.
another methodology for that, like adding in red zone percentage and stuff like that, or something. I don't know.
No, we're best in the red
Something else.
zone.
I'm looking
I
at
That's
mean,
what
Pro
I would
maybe
have
Football.
thought.
having
You know
to
what I
factor
use,
in some
guys. You guys
hallucinogens.
know what I'm using. You know I use Pro Football Reference, ESPN. You know what most of
Okay,
us
so
use
when
if
you
you're
go to the
content creator.
scoring offense page, Miss Fins, when you go to the
I'll show
scoring
you right
offense
now. I
page,
don't know if you can see it here.
well,
I'll
I'm
share it
asking
right
you.
now.
I'm just asking you, like, what is the first category that it's sorted for? Because
It
it
doesn't
defaults a
have anything
category.
highlighted.
It
Right.
does
It
You have
doesn't
to
default
have
click
one
the
of them, though.
header to sort by your
It's not
desired.
highlighted, but it still defaults one of them, one of the columns.
Okay,
Right. You have
so
to click the column
here.
header if you
This is
want to
what we're
sort
gonna
it,
do
usually.
because I want to make sure that
And
I'm seeing what
this is
y'all
the
are seeing.
fallacy. This is the fallacy about offense and defense. Is they'll say that this team is the number one ranked defense because they're giving up the least amount of yardage, and it's like, well, there's also points. There's this and that. So I just use the efficiencies ranking from ESPN for defenses, and currently we're 11th, and that's up from 25th. Actually, it's up from 32nd after week one, but week one is water under the
Neither here
bridge.
nor there. But yes. So let me show you this so you guys can see it. And then y'all tell me, can you see it? Can you see it, gentlemen?
I cannot personally,
Can
but
you see it, color?
like I can see the page,
Okay.
but it's too tiny for me because I'm on my
It's too
phone. But,
tiny. Let me see if I can get near your
only
phone.
it's not going to help because I'm on my phone. You could blow it up as big as you can, and I
Oh,
still won't be able to see it. Actually, I can zoom
it
in.
still
Hold
won't.
on.
Yeah,
I
okay,
can
never
zoom
mind.
in too.
So, because I have it on my
Okay.
Right.
Sort by
So
points per game over on the right.
this is my thing. Okay, I did points per game, right? Number two, I told you guys.
Yeah. That's
Points.
what,
Number
that's the
two.
sorting.
now keep in mind the
Right.
Dallas Cowboys just played another game last night over us.
It,
So I mean, although per game shouldn't matter,
Right. Per game should matter.
it,
right?
That's why you
Not
have to
much.
look at points per game. I mean,
well,
that's the only thing that's realistic at this
yeah, but
point.
like they're not the only.
And this is why.
This is the thing.
Well, here's the thing, real quick, Miss Fins,
Oh,
and
we're
this
Here,
number
is the,
22 in whatever
yeah,
default order that is.
right,
whichever one they're
which is
using,
the
which
default
makes no
category.
sense to me.
But here's the thing, this is why when I did the
Okay,
production for
that's
the
what I'm trying to
quarterbacks
tell
and the
you
wide
right now. They don't.
receivers, right,
It's not showing me.
right, what I would do is, well, what you do, Miss Fins, is you click on each one of them, and whichever one doesn't change is the one it's defaulting to.
Okay, so let's
Like
do that.
whichever category, click on all of them, and whichever one puts us 22nd is the category it's defaulting to.
Look at this. Extra points made by team. We're ranked number one at 43 extra points scored. Let's
That's
go,
because we've got
baby.
more touchdowns. That's because we've got more touchdowns.
That's because we go for it
I
all the
know.
time.
Because we're the Gophers. Thank
The
We
other thing
are the
is
Gophers.
hooked up Joe. This is why when I did my wide receiver and quarterback production lists, this is why I chose 9 categories and averaged out the rankings because the same thing here.
Right.
I would look at like 9 different categories, and if we're 1 and 2 in every one of those, I'm saying we're the number one offense. You know what I mean?
Right. Because that's like we're one
you. But
in
you see what I
passing
mean?
and 2 in rushing, and we're number 1 in offense. Because how
Right.
many other people are even
When
close to
you're
that
number
Thank
one
number?
in
you.
like
Thank
5
you.
different
Which to me,
categories, you're pretty much number one. You know what I mean?
that's what I am totally with you guys. I'm just showing you raw data. This is coming from the NFL. This This is how they have it here
Right,
set
and
up
their data
because
supports it.
Pro
I mean,
Football Reference just copies and pastes. That's it.
if you ignore the default ranking that they have for some weird reason, and you sort by the columns of interest, we are.
So I guess they're
We are
literally
Well,
really
just
it's just like when you look up
it's
at the heading of the page where it says passing and rushing leaders, it's just going by yardage. Like there could be another running back that has 25 touchdowns
yeah.
right now, and I'd rather have him than the rushing leader. You know what I mean?
and we do.
Right, right.
I get that because depending on what you're looking for. So, but yes, I agree
And
with
that's
you
why I'm going to
guys.
say
We are
Sam
literally
Howell's
right
the
now when
passing
it
leader
comes
right
to
now
points.
because Sam Howell's the passing leader right now because he's got one extra game played. Putting that aside, even if he was still the passing leader, you're not going to tell me that means he's anything because that's just going by yardage. Every bit of that could be
Right
coming in
there.
jump time.
And because
You're
they
right.
can't run to save their lives.
Hmm.
Stop patting.
So it
You know
is
what I mean?
relative.
Like
I don't like how they say the
exactly.
passing leader is the
Actually, that's
yardage
you're not
leader, and
wrong with
I
that
don't
one.
like
You're
that.
absolutely not.
That's why we need something that's like PFF, but they actually
So
use
it's
all
I just
22 and
this is what I
stuff and
want
make it
people to
Or at
real.
say.
least
Don't come from ahead.
at the very least, Joe, do something like I did, where you
Well,
pick
this is the
9
thing. PFF
categories
is
and
also
average
very
out the rankings.
subjective too in a lot of things.
Right. Everything's subjective. That's why you add 9 of them together and get the average of that because it
That's
becomes
exactly
reference.
why I did that with the quarterback production and the wide receiver production list that I did, because I'm just like, if that doesn't tell you really the whole story, yeah, I could have added a 10th category. I could have made it 8 categories. But it's like, by the time you get to that many and you're averaging out the rankings of each of those categories, you're
Here,
getting a real
if you go by
picture of
team
what that
offense,
person is ranked.
yeah, this is why I go by
Most
team offense
valuable.
versus scoring
22nd was not.
offense on here. For
Mm.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can
Yep.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're just talking over you. Yeah,
Oh,
we're just talking
okay.
over you.
This is why I go by team. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I absolutely love it when you do. Uh, Um, this is why I go by team offense because team offense actually does what we're talking about, which is taking the number of it's not just yardage for people automatically assume because well they're only using yard. No, they're not, guys. They're actually taking how many of these categories are you number one. They actually average all that out,
Mhm.
and they're ranked number two. And it's not just by yardage because you see here we got total team yards
Behind who?
4735.
Behind
They
who?
got 4565. You see what I mean?
Right,
So
but behind who?
they what we're talking about
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas. Okay.
what you're talking about is what we are talking about is the
Right.
that average that we're referring to. They do it under team offense. I don't know
Oh,
what
okay.
they're
Okay.
using under scoring offense, but that's why I
Yeah,
always go to this one because this one's
to me it doesn't really
already
to
takes
me it
those
does
averages of the ranking
right.
of one.
To me it doesn't matter, Miss Fins, because if somebody would have come along and picked 9 different categories than I did when I did my list, I would have still respected their outcome. You know what I mean? So it as long as they've got a deep methodology, I can say that I can probably fairly trust that team
Hmm.
offense because, like you, I use this site exclusively. So it's not a matter of. I always tell people it's the same with benchmarking software
Hmm.
for computers. It doesn't matter if the benchmarking software is accurately reading your system's numbers, like your motherboard's numbers and all that. It just matters relative to what it looked like the last time you made the change. So in other words, if I'm using some software that's telling me the temperature of my CPU, it might be inaccurate compared to this software over here. But when I make a change to my computer and then I go back and use that same software to see the temperature change, it doesn't matter if it's accurate. It's accurate to show me the change in temperature, and that's all I'm worried about. So as long as you're using the same, we're comparing these things relative to Pro Football Reference and what we've seen on it and their
Raw data.
methodology in other areas. So As long as we're not then going, well, PFF says this over here, so it's different. No, stick with one. You know what I mean? And as long as you're sticking with one, it's okay because you can compare the relative change. That's
Well,
all
for
you're
me
after is the
personally, I
relative
use
change.
this
Do
one
you
for
want to,
two
if you
reasons.
wanted to see if you wanted to see if Tua was getting better, you don't look at his numbers in year one on Pro Football Reference, and then you look at his numbers in year three on PFF. You look at his numbers in year three on Pro Football Reference because that was your starting point. You know what I mean?
You look at all of them and mix them together.
Now, Pro Football Reference could be people
No,
could
I get it.
debate whether
For
who's
me
more accurate, but
personally,
it doesn't matter because you're
I use
comparing against the same
my main
no
reason for using.
site.
Oh man, it's cutting out, guys. Let me.
That's probably me. But
Oh, speaking of cutting out, I'm going to have to cut out. So
yeah,
I
they
appreciate you
aggregate
having
right
me
off
up.
the NFL, so they're good anyway. I mean, their
Oh my
objective numbers are
gosh, sorry.
aggregated right off the NFL.
Hey, I just wanted
Hooked up
to
Joe.
thank
I'm
you.
sorry, it was cutting in and out.
I have to
Can you
cut
guys
out
hear me?
myself. I can hear you.
No, you can't hear us.
I can hear you. Can
Okay,
you not
sorry.
hear us?
Now I can hear you.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can
Yep.
hear you. And I was just saying I
Perfect.
need
Two
to
things
cut out.
before you leave.
Okay.
Before you leave, Hooked Up Joe, give me your number one. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. My other thing, real quick, to Color's point, this is why I use Pro Football Reference because it's just raw data, and I get to
Yep.
interpret what it says and kind of say it versus someone
Yep.
else.
And
You know
it
what I mean?
aggregates
Um,
right off the NFL, so it's they're
exactly.
good.
And number three, what is your score prediction, Hooked Up Joe, for this game coming up with the Dolphins?
I'm going to hope we pull in some
What's your
backups
score
and
prediction?
say 40. I'm gonna change it from my normal 31-9 for every game. I'm gonna go with this one to be more like a 43 to. I'll give them 4 field goals. Yeah, 12 points. 43 to
12?
12.
43 to 12. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming up, man. Like always,
Thanks for
the
having
coolest
us,
logo in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely.
and we really
When I
appreciate
get
you,
a
Miss
chance to
Phins. Like
Fridays.
that's great. What you do is great. So and
Mhm.
the tailgate. What y'all do makes without that, we just be fans watching ESPN. And this just makes an interactive capability that we wouldn't have without the instigators, which is like you and Color and Shake and all those types of people. So I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
Oh
We
man,
just wish you would understand
thank you.
that.
Yeah.
All right. On that
I
note,
appreciate it.
Fins
You
up.
know what? It's having a voice. We all want to talk. So thank you, Joe. See ya. Color, my man, you are. It's you and I. You and I.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
we're literally just last.
I
So
do
give me
have
a
to.
score prediction because I got a skedaddle.
Yeah, me too, because I got to field a phone call. But what did I say on League Wide Wednesday? It was 45 to 24, I think.
I don't know because I still haven't. I think it was 45. No, you had them in the teens. You had them in the teens.
Oh, I dropped
Because
it.
I
Maybe
went 42, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you did. I went 42
45 17 or
to
something.
12. Yeah, something like that. And I think I went 42 to like 12. I definitely called for a 40 burger.
I ain't
I know
afraid.
my
Look,
brother. He called
I,
for a high
right.
30.
I
So
do want to say that for the people that are like, whoa, pump the brakes, you all are like jinxing us and all this and that. I don't care. But I will say to those people, yes, you are right. The players can't go out there thinking the points are going to score themselves. You're absolutely right. If I'm predicting 45 points, our team needs to go out there and do it. It ain't just going to happen by itself. So yeah, there's that, and it's likely that it'll be a closer
it's
game,
true.
and
Scott.
we'll look bad, and everybody will hate us on
Yeah,
Monday, even though we,
probably.
you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. What's up, Andrevius? What's everybody crying about today? Nothing, man. We're just talking
You,
scores.
Dre,
What do we
too.
think our score is going to
You
be?
crying about you,
Yeah,
Dre?
exactly.
When?
Scotty says this game has me second guessing my score prediction. Exactly. It really does. But you know what? I personally
It's more
think
likely. Look, it's
this
more
is a
likely
game
we'll
that
come
we can
out.
really.
But Miss Fins, it's more likely we'll come out. We'll spot them a few points, like we have every other bad team. People will get their underwears in a wad, and we'll come out and win it. Whether it's win it big or we'll put up our 30 something. We've done it against every one of these
I
opponents.
think exactly. I'm like, I at least at minimum 35. But just I need four tutties from Tua and no interceptions. I need you to get right, sir. You've been did you guys know that Tua in the last three games has had an interception, at least one? In the last three? And in the last one he had two.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
putting up a way too many
I
interceptions.
mean, he was enjoying a
Protectable and
very,
it's
very
getting
low. But Miss Fins, he was enjoying a very, very low interception rate for a long time. I'm not
yeah,
saying that.
but keep it
I'm not
going,
saying
man.
he's average. No, I'm not trying to say that he's, just like every other quarterback. What I'm saying is there still has to be some kind of regression to the mean. Nobody is that caring of the football, generally speaking. So he'll get it right. We'll get out of that. We'll get out of this mess of turnovers. I think it's just been a bad run, and we're still winning through it. So I think we'll get it right on that end. I really don't foresee a continued problem with turnovers because I mean,
I agree.
until
That's what
this
I expect. Well, color.
until this little stretch, Tua has been taking care of the football really well. So yeah, I expect it to get back to that
True. Not wrong.
starting this
Same.
week.
Me too. Starting this week, better this week. Ha! Why? Because Tua loves you guys. Oh, sorry. I just gotta keep going back to this photo. It's just too much for me, in my opinion.
I
But
mean,
color.
look,
Thank you so
you know
much.
what, Miss Fins, I understand why everybody gets so upset because it does get tough to listen to everybody just assuming that we can't correct our mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, we're winning. We have the ability to correct our mistakes.
Yep.
There's nothing ahead of us that is too much bigger, faster, or stronger than us. It's just about us. It always has been.
True. True. Hey. Uh, we are our biggest competitor. Period. I truly believe we can beat anybody in the league right now. And guys, the Miami Dolphins are slotted to make a push in the playoffs, guys. And we just gotta continue to have it. Color, I'm gonna keep you up here real quick. So I'm just gonna say good nighters, everybody. Well, no, I'm not. I'm gonna remove you, but then I'm bring you back. Thank you, Color, for coming through. I appreciate you, buddy. Guys, this is league. What am I talking about? See, this is why I had to bring you out, man, because now you
Oh, I
have me
just said
saying
it's a
league wide
pleasure.
Did you see that?
I just said it's a pleasure as always. So did I see what?
Thank you. That I said this is league wide. I was like, this is not league wide. This is Friday, the game preview. So this is what happens when it's just you and me. I instantly go
Yeah,
there.
that's
So
why
let
you
me
gotta
bring
put me.
you
Yeah,
back.
that's why you gotta put me in back.
Exactly.
Like, forget I'm
Exactly. Yep. Guys, this is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. Thank you so much for coming through again. Another episode that's awesome. Where we had our game preview like we do every single Friday. We preview our game for the Dolphins this week versus the Commanders in Washington. Let's check it out. Shout out to your guys. Remember, not on CBS, on Fox at 1 p.m., guys. This game will be on Fox at 1 p.m. again. I am Miss Phins. Thank you so much for you guys continuing to support. Thank you for being the best. And again, shout out to all of our members. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I appreciate everybody here that shows up, hits the like button, and just honestly shares. That's all we can do. If you're catching the replay, thank you for you too. Because even catching the replay, man, it helps out so much. So thank you guys. Twitter, Twitch, thank you for having me again. This is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And this is the game preview. Take care. I'll see you guys later, and bye-bye.